man. What am I doing?
Are we on?
We are here. It's the Waffle. We're glad to be here. Aren't we?
Oh, weird. Look at this. In the screen, it's delayed.
Yeah.
There's gremlins in our audio, everything.
Yeah.
I didn't feed them after midnight, I promise.
I think I know what the problem
It was
is.
me.
I upped the video quality on our stream.
Oh, okay. So I'm not going to look at that because I feel like I'm...
Yeah. Yeah, because it comes so it's a little delayed when it gets to that because it's pushing theoretically a higher quality video, which might have been why it took longer for it to get going.
Well, we're not promising we're going to up the quality of the show, just to be clear.
Okay,
But
We've upped the video quality.
It may be.
the content will not be better.
No, not a chance.
But you know what? I'm wondering if we're all like in slow-mo on the...
We're not. I don't think. Well, are we on? I don't know.
Tell us if
Drop
we look,
it in the comments
if we look funny.
Good
if we look
morning,
laggy.
I mean, not
Yeah,
personally, but if the stream looks a little wonky, let us know.
I can't tell.
Because that computer's kind of old, and so the computer may not be able to keep up with the higher
Oh,
quality.
it's getting something it can't
Hey, that's
handle.
ageism. Please quit picking on that computer for
Hey,
being old.
I feel triggered
it's
for you
silver.
I
guys.
am triggered for you.
I'm older than all of you.
Oh, it's wonky.
The youngin'.
It's wonky.
Emma says fairly normal appearance. Heather says wonky, and I can see it's a little wonky.
Yeah.
Hey, Emma, all I need to know is how's the hair coming? Is it transmitting okay? It matches my jacket, right?
Let me see if I can I don't know if I can fix it midstream, but I'm going to try real quick.
We're gonna try.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Let's
Okay.
coffee talk. I'm feeling a bit of a climp.
You've had a tough time
It's
recently.
been a tough time. I got the cough in my lungs.
It won't go away.
Can't get enough coffee.
It won't go off. Yeah, I've gotten over my cold too, but mine was not nearly as severe as your plague.
Listen, Shayna will just call it a man cold. She had it for 2 weeks, and so anytime I mentioned, she gave it to me.
Yeah.
And then last week I was down for the count, so if I mentioned any kind, she's like, whatever. 2 weeks. I kept teaching.
Yeah.
Get on with your bad self. It's the man cold.
It's the man cold.
Yeah, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. When I get a cold, I think because there's more of me, it hits me harder. That's my theory on that.
All right, so here's what's going on. I tried to...
Man, there's more of a man. Like, there's just
mind.
larger
Oh, okay,
in
I
general.
got you. You were just a larger human
being
than the other people in your family, so therefore it is
more
going
of
to get worse.
More of the Wuhan gets in you. So
Extra Wuhan, like a side of Wuhan.
yeah,
So I'm looking at it now. We are a little choppy. The video's a little choppy, and the reason is because I upped it to 4K video.
And the computer's like,
that
no,
was-
man.
yeah.
No.
Nobody watching on streaming devices have 4K anyway,
Yeah.
unless the Roku.
But Roku,
Roku.
Apple TV.
Roku.
See, we've got some outlets that can support that now. So I thought we'd try. So I'll dial it back.
They're just
after
really
the show.
here for the audio.
I know they don't
wanna
really
watch
need
us.
to see us anyway. So
Make it like the show. Tone it down a bit.
Just tone it down. Breaking news: the hair is transmitting awesome.
Oh, good. Thank you. All right. Well, that's...
Thank you, Emma.
We're fine.
Emma
the show,
from the
The show
field.
can go on.
Give us a live report. Thank you, Emma.
All right.
Action news. That's what we call that.
it's good. The comment is now in a weird place too.
Gremlins got in. And
Well, they
played
keep
with our-
they update the song. We have a new update for you. I'm like, okay, great. And it's like, we just broke everything, and now you have to reconnect. It's like, that's awesome. Thank you so much for that.
Oh,
Appreciate
isn't that the world that we live in? Oh my gosh! Is there a better analogy?
I got
for
a
things?
fix for you. I don't want the fix.
No, please
Let's
don't
do
fix it.
this. No, don't do that.
Leave it alone.
Why would you do that?
Man, I'm fit. You know that old Dana Carvey character, the grumpy old man,
Grumpy old man.
and we liked it that way.
We had one pair of shoes. It was a size 7.
We shared
Our
them.
feet were bloody stumps, and we liked it that way.
I'm feeling more and more like that with.
I got the sweater and everything, man. I am dialed in.
Yeah.
Wearing my old man sweater today.
Boy, it is. It is so weird. I mean, you just get to a point where you're like, I am not getting this new stuff. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, it happens quick. You just
does.
realize I'm in that vein.
It's very weird. And then you realize, okay, I'm at the point now where I've lived away from home longer than I lived at home.
Yeah, right.
That's weird.
Yeah.
And you've always lived here, though, but this is kind of a Ballard question because you're not from here. Do you always feel kind of different when you go back to your hometown? Like it brings a different level of feeling, I feel like.
Yeah. Actually, I talk about it a lot. You want me to get spiritual here?
That's fine.
No, yeah. Well, I just think you do go back and some of those demons that you faced.
Yes.
You're past them. You're a different person.
It's
Christ has
interesting.
done a transformative work in my life since my teenage years, and but I do. It's funny. I see certain things. I go certain places when I drive through Republic, and I go,
Ooh, yeah. Ooh. And then there's some places you're like, oh, yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. So props to you people that, grew up in a town and lived there your whole life.
Well, how does that feel? I guess you could be driving in an area and be like, oh, yeah, that happened over there. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know that. I think when you've lived in one area for 50 years, it's kind of, there's so much, you've been in all the places so many times that there's nothing that
there's
special.
Just new things layered on top of it.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that, it's more like I remember what used to be there.
It'd have to be like an archaeological dig, both emotionally and spiritually and physically to go back there.
It would.
Layers
man.
upon layers.
The clay pots of our youth buried within the soil.
It was
That'll
kind of
preach.
funny. I'll tell you this. I did have this experience just the other day because I grew up and we attended.
Oh, I didn't even share this.
Until I was 32 years old. I was at First Baptist of Rogersville. Mm-hmm. And
where was that? Oh, is that the one on the corner?
It's the one right across from your place. Same
that.
building. I mean, that building is the original
They're
building
your
has
neighbors.
been there forever.
I knew weirdly if you would have just said First Baptist, I would have been like, yeah. But when you threw Rogersville in there, it threw me off.
That's the full name?
It is. But I had dropped Kevin Lane off from. We went to the chef meeting together.
Hope you had a happy birthday, Kevin.
Yeah, and so as I was driving, I drove by the church, and I just looked at it as I was driving by. I'm like, oh, that window, that's the pastor's office. I'm like, that's where I met Jesus.
Oh,
yeah,
that's neat.
Yeah, there's some beauty to it. Yeah, we
That's
drove
cool.
through Battlefield with my family the other day and drove by First Baptist Battlefield, which was where my first,
Confession of faith.
Confession of faith, yeah,
Right.
the beginning point of my journey
Yep.
was. And so I was like, hey, right there,
Right there.
I was
That was
baptized
so-
when I was 6 years old, and
That's cool.
That's it. That's the only thing.
That's all. That's
only
all
thing
I
you
got.
want to remember, right?
That's all I got.
I think it's a little bit. I remember when Pickering's store was here, which you guys don't remember that. It was
No.
long gone.
Heard about it, yeah.
We talk about, there's some great stories with Pickering's and Bill, and it's just a really good family, and Dottie and all their kids. And my first entrepreneurial endeavor involved Pickering's store. Actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it did.
What were you trying to
Be
hawk
like Johnny
at
Morris.
Pickering's?
What were you selling in the corner
Yeah.
of Pickering's?
No, they were my supplier.
Friendship bracelets?
So what I
Fire for yarn.
I am older than friendship bracelets.
I guess that's true.
But no, when I was in middle school up here, which was up here,
You bought a box of blow pops and then took it to school and sold them.
Candy bars.
Candy bars, okay.
Candy
Yeah.
bars.
So I walked. I always walked to my grandmother's house, home, to my grandmother's house after school, which was it's on Barnard, right there. So I just walked there. I had a bicycle there, so I get on my bicycle. I'd ride downtown to Pickering's, which is now that building that's for lease. That was the accounting firm. That was where
Yeah, the
Pickering's
Reynolds
store was.
building.
Yeah. So I go down there. I'd buy 10 different candy bars for 35 cents each.
Yeah.
Take them to school the next day, and at the lunch table sell them for 45 cents
Oh,
each.
man.
Big profit.
I'm not a gouger. Could have.
So every 4
Should've.
candy bars, you can buy a candy bar that you sold.
But basically, I ate candy for free. That was kind of my
That was the
first
payout,
entrepreneurial
yeah.
endeavor. Was I was
Why
like
am I
11,
not making any money?
12.
Oh, I'm eating the
I'm
profits.
eating the profits. Yeah.
Mine was those little colored erasers. I had
Oh,
my
yeah.
compartmentalized, gigantic coloring box that kids had in about 4th grade in that time frame, and I clicked it open, and be like, "Come take a look at my selection."
Oh my gosh.
And then they'd have assorted
Yeah.
colored erasers, that don't actually erase anything.
Right, they
They're
just
like an
smudge
ice
everything
cream
all
cone.
over your paper.
Yeah.
But
And a
they
dog,
look cool.
a Lisa Frank, style. I'm
Yep,
like, come
I
take
remember.
a look at my erasers.
Do you remember the pencil dispensers? Pencil dispensers in school.
What's a pencil dispenser?
You didn't have a pencil
I don't
dispenser?
believe I had a
No.
pencil
Oh,
dispenser.
people. Oh,
Maybe
my
this
goodness.
was a Repmo thing.
I guess it was a Republic thing. So I remember specifically they had all the NFL teams.
Oh,
And so you're trying to get every team. So you're, throwing quarters in there and you'd get.
It's a slot machine.
It was. I'm telling you, they were kidding. But I remember
do.
you'd make trades. You'd be like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
got 2 Green Bays. I don't have Green Bay.
There you
All right,
go.
well, give me the Vikings and we'll call it good, right? So anyway, it's a lot of fun.
isn't it funny?
It's like
The stuff you
trading.
do as a kid is so weird.
Oh, yeah.
That's not that weird.
So that was way more exciting than any subject I remember them teaching in elementary school.
So like when I was like in 6th and 7th grade, the girls would buy all these different colored beads and put them on safety pins.
Yep.
Yeah.
And pin them to their shoes.
Yeah, I remember. I've seen that.
And then there was a scandal because some of them, like, I don't know if this was made up because the administrators just decided they didn't like it and made this up, but they're like, those beads are coming off, they're getting on the gym floor. People are going to get hurt.
Yeah, you slip on that. That's
I'm
bad
like,
news.
I think that's pure
I think
speculation.
you guys just got
Did you
tired
call?
of it.
Did you call cap?
I did not.
that?
No, I
Yeah,
only
cap
learned that
everything
word
back
like a year ago. So
What's cap?
Oh my gosh! So I have fun, but yeah. So Gen Z has a whole, just like we did. They got their own.
They got their own
language.
jive talk.
Yeah. They don't say jive.
I know.
So
banned from Facebook.
Yeah, I know.
So occasionally on Sunday mornings, I'll introduce a Gen Z word just to watch my own children's
Everybody
eyes roll.
cringe.
Yeah,
Oh
watch.
my
Watch them cringe. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
No cap.
Yeah,
No cap.
no cap on that.
No cap.
I was straight fire
what
on
is-
Sunday.
Oh my gosh. What does it mean? Like,
So if you have cap,
Cap
if you
is a
have
lie.
Capped teeth. That's where it comes from. Yeah. Capped teeth are fake. So if something's cap, it's fake and not real.
okay.
That's a lie. No cap. You tell them
No
the truth.
cap, it's true.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm following now. I'm following. We were talking last week things that got banned because my daughter came home from school and she goes, "Mom, we got banned from playing Lava Monster at the playground." And I was like, "Well, what does Lava Monster entail?"
Sounds fun to me.
And she was telling me about it. And I think kids were putting hands on other kids. And you know how those games go. They're always fun until somebody gets hurt.
Till it's not.
Ours was Red Rover. We went through
Broken
was the
wrist.
best.
a fourth grade where the
Clothesline.
whole class,
Everybody cast.
everybody on the playground was playing Red Rover. And there were kids in fourth grade big enough to cause real damage.
I was the one that would get damaged because I weighed
Yes.
nothing.
But that's,
Oh, you
that's
just
why we
go.
survived.
Yeah,
you
that's
know, that's
right.
why we survive adulthood is because
Yes.
we played Red Rover and somebody got clotheslined.
Yeah.
Somebody got clotheslined every game. Somebody cried.
Yeah.
Someone probably
we
had a
played
concussion.
things like smear the.
Oh,
I can't remember the name of it.
I remember.
Anyway, it was something, but it was.
I remember what that
Yeah.
was called. Can't say that on Facebook.
that'll get us banned.
I'm telling you,
Oh, jeez.
we just played.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Dodgeball.
And there was no safety equipment.
I mean, the boys would always play soccer too, and inevitably there were two of them that'd get in a fight about every single recess
Yeah.
over soccer.
And I guarantee you, the teachers let them get a few in before they broke it up
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
because that
Yeah.
was the best thing for them.
Usually, I mean, a lot of times I just remember.
Boys, you get it out of your system yet?
Can you still, if you play kickball with the red playground ball?
Whing, that ball that makes that noise.
Yeah. Do you still get to like throw it at the runner, and if you can hit them, they're out?
You should be
Is
able
that
to.
still
If not, are
allowed?
you playing kickball?
Well, no, because that's kickball. But I mean, the goal would be to hit them in the foot.
Oh yeah,
Because then you didn't just get them out.
The face.
You took them out.
Yeah, took them out.
Yeah.
Well, face was fun
Oh,
too.
yeah.
But if you hit them in the foot just right, I mean, they'd go down.
Oh, they'd fall. Oh, I get what you're
Yep.
saying. Yep.
Yeah, they
Oh
would.
man, kickball's fun. That
was a
noise,
blast.
the ping that
Oh.
it makes when you kick a rubber
Especially
ball.
when you hit it solid. Yeah,
So
come
That's
on.
good. So
That's it,
good.
Emma. Natural selection would be simpler if they just bring back the maypole.
Yes, as Emma says, natural selection would be simpler if they would just bring back. That's what you just said.
That's what I said.
Sorry,
I told you there was an echo in the room. I told you.
And it's Lauren.
I'm literally in fourth grade right now. I'm like
We transported you back.
floating on the playground.
All ability to
carefree.
listen just went out the window with
I
all
am,
memories.
I am.
Well, the maypole, you get somebody would get like trapped inside, and they're like, I can't get out because everybody's winging around the outside.
It's like the parachute in gym class.
Yes.
Oh, parachute.
Somebody
so
always got
fun.
hurt with the parachute,
Yep.
but man, what
They
a blast.
still do parachute.
There
though.
at
They still
Logan
do.
Elementary, there was legit. I think this was Logan. It might have been at Rogersville. There was probably the most deadly piece of playground equipment I have ever seen. There's the merry-go-round, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
usually
Metal. Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
usually it's all solid, right?
Oh yeah,
This one,
finger breaker.
all it had were like wooden benches around the end, the outside.
Oh,
so the
that's no.
middle of
Oh,
it
it's wide open.
was wide open.
Oh,
and there are the metal spokes.
That's a blender.
It's a blender. If it was going, I'm surprised. Literally, I'm shocked nobody got killed.
Yeah.
Because if you fell off on the inside,
That's a grinder.
it was going to grind you up because there were metal bars swinging around.
I just got the
That's
visual in my holy crap.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Some
legit.
like diabolical human designed this
And
to
we
eat the
liked it
children.
that way.
I just think somebody didn't think that one through.
I lost my leg.
But it was there for years.
Grandpa, how'd you lose your leg? Recess.
Were you in war?
1984.
Yes and no. It was war. Oh my! Steven Dockham says the red-colored ball. Yes.
Yeah, the red playground ball.
Yeah, I asked the girls, I'm like, well, what do you do in PE now? And they explained to me, it doesn't sound as cool as what we used to do. I ran into my old elementary PE teacher in Springfield. She's still awesome. Mrs. Rucker, awesome. Yes, we had good times.
There's, when I first heard this, I was like, you what? There is a class in high school called Walk It Out.
Yeah.
And you know what they do?
Walk.
Walk it out.
Walk.
They walk. You got to walk it out.
It's the
I mean,
lowest.
we got nothing better to do
I'm not going to lie. I
in
went
school
education.
than walk for half an hour.
Walk it out.
I went on a walk yesterday, though, and it was awesome. I will say
walking's great.
When you're 40.
Yeah. I loved high school PE because we literally played basketball. We played wiffle
so
ball.
competitive.
We played dodgeball. I loved it.
Badminton.
played-
Like all the way through high school. I was
Badminton
like,
was
come on, let's
hardcore.
play.
We played Death Rules volleyball, which was the best.
What does that mean?
Basically, there's a sissy rule in volleyball that says you can't break the plane of the net, right?
Oh, you can't be in the net. Yeah.
No.
Oh,
but
over
you
the
can't-
top?
Yeah, you can't over the
Can't
top.
come over.
You
Okay,
can't come over.
okay.
We didn't play that way.
Yeah. If
So-
you can get it over, you get it over.
So you get up there and get on top of somebody and just spike it. I mean, right into them, just over the net. It was awesome.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
you could totally go as long as you didn't touch the net.
You ever play volleyball?
I don't know what
Volleyball
is.
in a racquetball court?
I don't think so.
That's good.
Oh,
that's
volleyball
good
in a
times.
Volleyball.
Yeah,
Volleyball.
Oh
It's-
yeah. I've
it's
seen
volleyball
that.
in a racquetball
I've seen
court.
that. Yeah, that's cool.
I love
Yeah.
badminton.
No, but you couldn't touch the net.
Yeah.
You could if you could go over the net and get back over without touching the net. That
You
was
were good?
That
I'm
was
sure the
solid
net was
play.
lowered.
I
probably,
never had
so
that
you could-
problem.
No, it was
At least on the girls' height versus the guys' height.
well, now that I don't know. I mean, it's whatever they had in the high
Because
school.
otherwise, it wouldn't be that much fun for most guys.
So I would always love it when you'd walk into PE in high school for the week and you'd see what equipment was out and you'd be
yeah.
like, it's a
Come
good
on.
unit. And
It's gonna be
then
fun.
there's other units you're like, oh my gosh. Like during basketball, I never wanted to play basketball because like uninterested people in basketball playing with people who like basketball is just not fun. It's just not. It's one of those where it's no good. And we would do tie bow.
short.
The girls
This is
could
not
do
fun.
tie bow.
Oh, nice.
You remember that?
Tony, was it not Tony? What was that guy's name?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You know.
Yeah, Tybo.
The video, and we'd be in there doing
What a
Tybo
sight. What
by
a
the
sight.
concession stand.
What a sight.
Oh my gosh!
Good times.
Bring back PE before the 2000s.
Who wants to
maybe?
walk it out when you could play Tybo or do Tybo?
Do Tybo.
Shauna
Bring
said
it
she
back.
hid in the bathroom during gym.
Oh my gosh!
That's awesome.
She loved the weightlifting class, though.
yeah,
I
there
could
you go.
see that. She's Shauna powerlifting.
Yeah.
I took the weightlifting class. It didn't stick.
Yeah. Weightlifting was good fun.
It was
like
fun.
A bonus hour.
Yeah, we used to. I mean, we did,
It always smelled so bad in there.
the
I
weight
never wanted
room,
to go
yeah.
in the weight room.
was upstairs in the old high school when I was in high school, and so we used to because we were cool, hang. You'd have somebody sit on your shins while you hung off the wall.
Oh, yeah,
upside down, and
yeah.
you do sit-ups
Sit-ups,
that
uh-huh.
way.
Yeah.
Jeez, how
Yeah.
far of a drop was it?
Enough to hurt you.
Yeah, it'd break your neck because it was concrete steps below that.
What the crap?
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Well, you remember, just even climbing the rope. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's a terrible. There was no rope in my school. I'm sure they were like, no.
we did.
That is a terrible
It was a
idea.
badge of honor, like going to the top.
At some point, they added the cushion at the bottom.
Right.
But when
I don't remember the cushion.
no, if you
Hold
fell,
on.
if you fell, it was wood.
It was either wood or you're going to have some crazy burn on those hands
Oh,
from
yeah,
not
yeah.
climbing down properly.
Oh my gosh! Oh man.
Yeah.
That's why Gen X is the way we are.
Yeah. It's like we were like, whatever.
We lived through all of that.
Free range children. I have this. I remember so often just being by myself as a kid. I'd just be out in the field. What are you
Yeah.
doing, Lauren? I'm standing out in the field by
I'm
myself.
out standing in my field.
I'm out in the barn.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you? And like me and my best friend JJ growing up, we were talking the other day. She lived in town, and so we got free range of the town too.
Yep.
And I mean, there was a blizzard type snow that came in one time, and we just walked the whole town while it was snowing in the middle of the night. It was
wouldn't
awesome.
you?
So quiet.
Well, you run out with, your cousins at Grandpa's house. Where are you going? We're going to go play in the farm equipment. Okay. No
Don't turn it on. They'd usually say that. Yeah. Don't light any fires.
We're going to go play in the farm equipment. My dad's calling me, and he's calling me because...
My son was just calling me.
No, he's calling me because I'm having gravel delivered to my driveway, and I didn't tell him. And he lives...
So he's like,
we live on the same compound, and so he has eyes on the situation, and he's calling to ask me if I know that. And, of course, I do.
I'd just be like,
but maybe my mom's watching the
Neighborhood
show.
Watch. I love it. It's working.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, if my mom's
It's
watching
okay,
the
Dad.
show, she can tell Dad that
scheduled delivery.
I know they're delivering gravel to the driveway this morning.
It is so different, though. And imagine it's been 30 years since I was we'll say kid, and it's so different.
Yeah,
it's so stinking different. But 30 years before that, it wasn't that different. You see what I'm saying?
that is true. The leap is exponentially more.
Exponentially more. Yes, it's totally different. I don't know. It's crazy.
It is.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the kids, what's going on with the towns? We got the boys won the district
There's
championship
all kinds of
last
stuff
night,
going on with the
so
sports stuff.
They play again
It's
on
exciting.
Friday, which is
yeah,
fun.
that's cool.
Spring sports have started.
I see
We're
the
in
kids
week
out there
2 of
running. I saw the
track and soccer and baseball.
what is that called when they run a long
Trap
way?
shooting. Don't forget the trap shooting.
I saw the runners on by the school. Watch out for them.
Well, it's not cross country.
Cross
That's
country.
in the fall, but they're doing long distance.
Long
for track
distance
is what they're
runners
doing.
were running. They're out and about, so be careful and watch for them. And trap starting, you said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, trap is starting.
Spring has sprung.
Speaking of, this weekend, you gotta put those clocks forward.
Oh, yeah, spring forward.
Spring forward. Looking
And
forward
spring
to
break
that.
is next
Yeah,
weekend.
not looking forward to losing an
next
hour
week.
of sleep before I preach on Sunday morning, but
No, but
I'm super excited about
7
evening
o'clock.
walks in
Seeing-
the neighborhood,
seeing
seeing my
Yes.
neighbors out. It's beautiful at 7
Yes.
o'clock at night, and yeah.
We don't have neighbors.
Hello, neighbor.
It's just the compound.
Hello.
But as soon as it dries up, we can go back over to the
What a-
range and start shooting again.
That whole time change thing is, I mean, I know we've talked about it before.
You gotta get rid
It's
of
just
it.
weird now. Like, your phone is going to automatically do it. So it's not the
It's not
concern
even
that
really
it once
a
was.
thing. Yeah,
No,
it's
but
weird.
The one appointment, my haircut that I get every week, is on my calendar. It's a repeating event. And I looked at it, and every other event for that week adjusted. That one didn't. So instead of being at 10:30, it was at 11:30. And the problem with that is somebody snuck in and made an appointment at 10:30 when I'm supposed to get a haircut.
Oh, no.
Because that one event
is weird.
That one event didn't adjust for the time change. The rest of them, everything else did.
That's weird because that was a digital calendar. It's not like they were manually entering those.
I think I need to.
My mind is blown.
I'm thinking
Officially
about.
blown.
I'm thinking about deleting it and putting it back in and see if that fixes it. But I believe there was talk last year about not doing this anymore, like
Yeah,
leaving
it needs
leaving
to
it,
go.
always leaving it on what we know as daylight savings time. Right now we're on like normal time.
Yes.
But we spend 8 months on savings time,
Right.
Because we changed. We it used to
Because
be
we
like
gotta
6
mess
and
with
6.
stuff.
Yep.
And then we made it 4 and 8
gotta mess
because
with stuff.
And I think I think it'd be awesome if they just do away with it.
Yeah, I just
Leave
think it needs to go.
One way or the other.
I mean, it's going to be dark at 4:30 if we don't go back
that
to
what
standard
happens?
time. Yeah, that's why people didn't like it. No. It ends up being dark at like 8:30. I think
Instead
is
of
the-
9:30.
Instead of
I think part of the
no,
deal.
in the morning.
Oh, in the morning.
Yes,
okay.
that's the
you
deal
end up
because I know
driving to
kids
work
getting off the
in the
bus
dark.
are in the dark.
Yep, that
yes.
was that's kind of the complaint is
That's kind of crazy. Yeah.
kids having to anyway.
But I feel like I do feel like that time of darkness where it's so dark so early does seem kind of short usually. Like it does. It happens, and then that first time that you're leaving work and you're like, oh my gosh, it's dark.
Yep.
But it doesn't seem like it lasts that long.
No,
I
it
don't
doesn't.
know.
But I do think seasonal affective disorder is real.
100% real.
100%.
And I think I think that contributes to it.
contributes.
and
Yeah. The
I-
weather's a big part of it, but,
Yeah,
but
I
it
think the
definitely
time
contributes.
change.
Yep.
I think if we left it on savings time, I think it would
Well, it's
help
such
that.
it's not as big of a deal now, but I remember having babies, and that was hard when the kids
Oh,
were
yes.
babies, because
Yep.
you make the change, but your babies don't. Their clock is going, hey,
Well,
I'm up.
It's the same for the cats.
well,
like,
this
it's
is why you don't have cats. One more reason to hate cats.
Hey, it's 8:22. How do you feel about
Oh, I
that?
gotta
Oh, you gotta go. Ballard's gotta go.
So much fun.
We're just gonna land the plane. Thanks for hanging
Start
with
hating
us.
on
Sorry
cats
for the
and he
short
ends the show.
Sorry
We
for
crash
the-
took off,
That's
we crash landed
Sorry for
today.
the short show. We'll be back next week. Thanks for watching.
Bye, guys.